Anna Ferruccio, the team leader of Earth 2. Over the past 13 weeks, we've worked with the Texas Army National Guard Natural Resources Department, doing invasive species removal and a bunch of odds and ends projects to revamp outdoor space. We've worked in Bastrop, Texas at Camp Swift, in Austin, Texas at Camp Mabry, and in Paris, Texas at Camp Maxey.
Hi, I'm John LaRosa, and I'm going to go over some of the goals for this project round. Goal number 1, to familiarize ourselves with the importance of the Texas National Army Guard. After 13 weeks of staying on an active military base, we have come to see the impact that the Texas National Guard can have on the community. Goal number 2, to come back as a stronger team. Despite our ups and downs, we've become more of a cohesive group after 13 weeks of living together and have come to respect our differences. Goal number 3, to recognize the mission of the Natural Resources Department of the Texas National Guard. They hope to be an environmental team that supports the Guard through restoration and protection of their training grounds and facilities. They also hope to educate the public on environmental matters. Goal number 4, invasive species removal. Earth 2 has spent the last 13 weeks becoming familiar with the various species of invasive trees that are overrunning Camp Mabry, Camp Swift, and Camp Maxey. Pappy, I need some elaboration on this one.
Hi, I'm Ranger Pappy. Today I'm going to tell you about the effects of invasive species on the native species here at Camp Mabry. Now what you see here is the ligustrum plant. These grow into trees about yay tall. I'm pretty sure that, yes, okay. And this is a Nandina. We also have Photina and Chinaberry, but they ran away from me.
Those invasive species are invasive because they are sucking up the nutrients that the Earth juniper needs in order to survive. Furthermore, the ligustrum and the Photina and the Nodina are affecting the rest of the environment, such as the bird species, by killing these trees so they can't produce the bark that the birds need to raise their babies. So then their babies cannot survive. But what we're doing here at AmeriCorps NCCC is we're cutting down those ligustrums and those photinas and them nandinus in order to keep these junipers here around Cape Mabry for the rest of the environment to. Yes.
Hello, my name is Wilson Caicedo, and I'm going to talk about some of our accomplishments. At Camp Swift, we raked and dumped 164 barrels of pine needles, equally 6,560 pounds.
Okay.
Throughout 2 days, we raked up 5 truckloads of oak tree leaves and nearly 15 tractor buckets of leaves. Altogether, we cleared nearly 15 acres of invasive species including cedar, ligustrum, nandina, chinaberry, and photina. One of our inclement weather projects at Camp Swift was replacing ripped, dirty, and old mattress covers in military barracks. We ended up changing 200 mattress covers throughout 2.5 weeks. We used repurposed wood from a historic band hall to build, lacquer, and prepare 22 educational signs to be used at Camp Mabry. After moving to Camp Mabry, we got the chance to return to Camp Swift and work with the camp's wildfire crew to begin a reforestation project. We planted over 6,000 trees through 24 acres. One of our inclement weather projects was working on building picnic tables. As a team, we worked together with almost no instruction and pieced together and lacquered 4 handicap accessible picnic tables. Throughout the round, we were able to use a wood chipper to chip the trees that we cut down and mulch trails throughout Camp Mabry.
Hi, I'm Julie Spielman, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the challenges we faced this round.
I'm Sebastian McLean, and I'll be doing the solutions for this chapter.
One of the first challenges the team faced was sharing a cargo vehicle with another team. Along with fitting the tools, equipment, and 20 red bags, Earth 2 was set to move 4 times during the round. It was also difficult that the other team was almost an hour away.
The solution to the cargo challenge is that we had to figure out flexibility between the 2 teams, and we had some of the people drive down a spare cargo for us, which made it much easier, so therefore we have our own cargo now.
Another challenge we faced this round was Austin traffic, particularly while we were staying at Oak Hill United Methodist Church. Sometimes it would take 20 minutes to get to work, other times nearly an hour.
Man, this is so much traffic!
What are we gonna do?
Say what you want. Hey, we can do PT in the morning.
The solution to the traffic challenge is that the traffic was bad sometimes, so we'd always have to leave early, and then do PT after work was always hard, so instead that we leave earlier so we can do so we can beat traffic and do PT in the morning, so therefore we get it done with and we won't be as tired after work.
Hey, Julie, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just a little tired and sore. This job is really physically demanding.
The solution to the intensive work labor is that we always took 15-minute breaks after chainsawing, so we get time to relax and we won't be as hard or as tired or as sore as we would be if we did a full day and just took lunch as a break. Therefore, we get more done and we get stuff done faster and better.
Oh, hi. One of the other challenges we faced was with the chainsaws themselves. When you're working with any kind of equipment, it's pretty much guaranteed that something might go wrong or break. Whether it be running out of gas and oil, or chain breaking, or anything of that nature.
The solution to the chainsaw troubles was we had to be patient with the chainsaws, or we had to find a way to get them to cool down if they were too hot, or take them in to get them fixed, but mostly it was just to be patient with them and do what we could while we had them.
Bum bum.
Rain again? Guess we're not going to be able to work outside.
Another challenge we faced this round was inclement weather, whether it was raining, too hot, or too cold. This also made it difficult for the team to cook outside.
So the solution to the bad weather was our sponsor always found projects for us to do inside, like building picnic tables or painting or making signs, so therefore we wouldn't be out in the rain or freezing when we were doing chainsawing.
Another challenge we faced while living at Camp Swift was other people sharing housing with us, and they often left their stuff in our fridge.
The solution was just to let our sponsor know and just to ignore it so it wouldn't get in our way.
1.
Finally unpacked.
Time to pack up, kids! We're moving to Maxie! Another challenge we faced this round was moving so many times. It seemed like as soon as we got situated, we had to pack up and leave again.
The solution to changing housing so much is that we had to be flexible with what we were doing, and we always looked at it as a fresh start to do it, and it always made us feel better knowing that we were always cleaner. We always got it cleaner when we left than when we entered.
I'm Danielle Marone,
And I'm Julie Spielman.
and we're going to be talking to you about
Future service recommendations. Although we had a good variety of projects during the round, we think it would be helpful to be more consistent with the alternative projects. The chainsawing we were doing was very physically demanding, so we think if it would be helpful to have more of a break in between sawing.
We believe that it would be helpful to have more members of the team already chainsaw certified at the start so we wouldn't have to spend the time doing so during the project round. However, we understand that it's difficult to do so, being that we have such a small amount of allotted chainsaw sawyers per unit.
Hi, I'm Veronica Martinez. I'm going to be telling you about the civic engagement opportunities that Earth 2 had this round. One of the events Earth 2 participated in was a MLK March on Martin Luther King Day. We did this with Earth 6 and many people in that. Another event that Earth 2 got to participate in was the Special Olympics. We got the chance to pass out medals to all the bowling tournament winners. Also, we got to organize the merchandise. We got the chance to work with some animals at the Austin Zoo and the Puppy Love 5K for St. On one Saturday morning, we got the chance to participate in a fishing derby. And basically what we did is interact with military families. One unique thing about this project is that we got to live and work on an active military base where we had the chance to interact with servicemen and women on a daily basis.
Hi, I'm Gabe, and today I am here to tell you about the skills we learned during round 2. How to properly and safely operate and maintain a chainsaw and make pretty piles. How to fell a tree. How to tell the different invasive species from non-invasive species. How to use a puller bearer. How to properly and safely operate a chipper and mulch a trail. How to lay grass. How to fire a M16 assault rifle. How to build picnic tables from scratch. How to weed planter beds. Being flexible with the weather and the work they had set up for us. How to live and cooperate with 8 new teammates. How to gut a fish. This has been A Moment with Gabe. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danielle Marone, and I'm going to be talking about the community and social issues that we encountered during this round. During this round, one of the community and social issues we discovered was that due to an increase in population in the Austin metro area, there is an influx of litter. I'm getting something. This Justin! There's an NCCC team here at Camp Mabry picking up litter and garbage. This is very important to this area because there's a creek that runs right over there and leads to a pond full of wildlife species such as turtles and trout. These turtles and trout will die if they encounter litter. During this round, one of the social issues our team experienced was gender stereotyping and gender norms. Oftentimes, people would be surprised that we had chain sawyers that were females on our teams. Also, many times, the male members of our teams would be asked to pick something up that's heavy or move something because they thought that the women on our team could not do so. So in order to combat this stereotyping, we would kindly show them that we are able to do so.
Can I get a handsome man to lift this big heavy rock for me?
You don't need no handsome man. You got me. Another community issue we recognized during this project round was that after the attacks on 9/11, Camp Mabry heightened security and created boundary walls. This deterred people from entering the base, therefore they won't be using the recreational aspects of the base. Part of the purpose for us being here at Camp Mabry is to make the base more aesthetically appealing so that people will be more likely to use it for recreational purposes.
Everyone hurry up to the living room, the show's about to start!
One day, our Austin TL took us out paddleboarding on the Colorado River in downtown Austin. It was our team's favorite PT. When we first arrived in Bastrop, Texas, at Camp Swift, our team decided to go to the Roadhouse for our first team dinner. It has the best burgers in Bastrop. One day, we were surprised with a trip back to Camp Swift to do military training simulations, which included shooting an M16 and doing a rollover simulation. While at Camp Swift, one of our daily highlights were feeding the goats, which were the hired lawnmowers at Camp Swift. It was really cool being in Austin during South by Southwest, which is a major music, film, and technology festival. For Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we marched through downtown Austin with Earth 6. The team's top picks for ISPs this round was working with the Austin Zoo and Special Olympics. The team really enjoyed working with military families at their first annual fishing derby. Some of us even learned how to gut fish. Most importantly, our favorite highlight was working with our incredible sponsors.